Good day. All right, we're going to get started. My name's Travis Martin. I've lost over 100 pounds, come off all prescription medications. Think about that. Prescription medications. Being able to reduce or eliminate prescription medications. With the help of the Lord and this lifestyle, I did it. And so many other people are too. So I've accomplished those things, glory to God, and we've got tens of thousands of other members who have also lost, self-reported losing, millions and millions of pounds. So give God a hand and give yourself a hand. We're God's children, so congratulations, y'all are just killing it. We've got three types of members here. We've got our free community members. Hey, Jonathan Cooper is with us. Hey, Jonathan. Three types of members. We've got our free community members. We've got our lifetime members, and we've got our partners. I want to thank our lifetime members and partners for allowing us to offer the most comprehensive nutrition, education, weight loss, wellness program that's ever been offered for free. It's comprehensive. The love, support, and care that we give is like you paid, somebody $100 an hour. So we love being able to do that for our free community members. It's been a lifelong ambition of mine to get back to how I started the program many years ago, and that is just giving love, support, and care for free. Because it's free doesn't mean it's cheap. It means it's life-saving stuff. It's priceless. How do you put a price on saving a life? So we want to thank you as a free community member for being here. But that's been made possible by our amazing lifetime members and partners. Now, all of them that will allow us, and by the way, if you're a lifetime member or partner and you're not on the sponsorship page and you want to be, please let us know. We have to have your express permission to put you on the website, but it's our good pleasure to do and honor you for your contribution. I want to thank three more. There may have been more. I think it was three. But I want to thank Chris for becoming a partner, Chris Kemper, Mary Daughtry, and Sierra Pinson. Thank y'all so much. We've got closing in on 80 sponsors, partners. We need 3,000 in order to keep Shibboleth healthy, and that will get Shibboleth healthy and allow us to get it out of harm's way. So we got a long way to go, but we still have belief and we have hope. And actually those partners actually represent, because what we're asking for is $5 a month partners. If it didn't hurt our members, if it hurts them, we don't want them doing it. But that represents probably, last I looked at the math, 300 to 400 partnerships. So we're not as far off as it may sound, because some people were given more than $5 a month. So just thank y'all so much. It's just important to me to let you know our heart and how much we appreciate you. One day weight loss yesterday. One day of weight loss, members self-reported losing a total of 58.5 pounds. That is tremendous. Average per person yesterday was 1.13 pounds lost in a day. That's pretty amazing. Over the last week, there's been 400 pounds lost, and the average loss has been 2 pounds per week. So why do you see some of those people reporting 10 pounds lost? Well, they did what I did. I had a holiday over the weekend and I was up 8 pounds. How does that happen? How does that happen that you would put on 8 pounds in a day? It's just water and sugar. That's why diets don't work. You have to have a lifestyle. This has to be a way of life, because your body is like a big old sponge. It's like a great big old sponge, and you're retaining fluid, you're retaining sugar, and you're letting it go. If you'll visualize when you get on the scales, those scales it's kind of like the tide. The tide is high, the tide is low. Well, when the tide is low, that's the time to weigh in. And for most of us, that's Wednesday weigh day, because you're coming off the weekend, and by Wednesday you've had the opportunity to have 2 perfect days. So Wednesday morning's a good day to weigh in. So I hope you all weighed in and recorded if it's not a discouragement to you. People let the scales discourage them. the scales only tell the truth if we look at them month over month, not day after day. They're just a tool to help us understand how our body's impacted by various foods. Got Jenny says, yes, please put me on the sponsor. Please put me on everyone the sponsor page. I will do that. I will do that. Let me screenshot you, Miss Jenny, and I'll see why you're not on there. We may not have had express permission, but thank you for becoming a partner.
Who was that asking? I'll check on
Jenny, and I may not be pronouncing her last name. I know her well from class, but I've never pronounced her last name. It sounds fitting. Hottie. Hottie.
Okay, Asia one.
I'm going to call her Hottie if that's okay.
Yeah, I'll check and see.
Is it with a long O, Jenny? Sasha's checking on it right now. I'm going to call her Hottie. How many of us want to be hot? Raise your hand. If you'll lie about that, you'll lie about other things too. So thank you, everybody. Good morning, Paula. We're going to get this started. This is our Q&A session. Good morning, Patty. This is our Q&A session, question and answer session. This works best as a supplemental help to your online education. You want to earn that fast track badge. If you haven't earned the fast track badge, you need to do so, because these sessions will become much more valuable. You'll understand what we're talking about. We'll be able to hit it and get out of here. Y'all be able to know exactly what to do to break through plateaus, to personalize your program. I do these sessions every single Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. So I'm here. I want to support. I want to love. If this isn't your thing, if group sessions aren't your thing, then you can have a one-on-one session. We have mentors available. Still, we're going to do it as long as we can. As long as God makes a way, we'll do it for free. And if it gets to where we can't do it for free, because we do have to pay our team members. Basically, y'all, I'm paying people to lose weight. That's where we're at. I'm paying people to lose weight. That's how much I love and care for people. It's not me that does it. It's God through me. He's given me a desire to help people. And if I'm not your thing and group classes aren't your thing, we have some amazing ladies who know this program very well that will meet with you one-on-one via Zoom so you can see each other, or over the phone. And they'll help you with meal planning, meal ideas, whatever it is that you need help with. So we'll get started with Q&A. We got a private question coming in. If I have a cup of chicken broth after third eating episode, does that break my 16-hour fast? If it's fat-free chicken broth with no calories, no, it will not break your fast. But please listen. A lot of chicken broth has quite a bit of protein in it, especially bone broth. So if it's not almost 0 calories, that means it has most likely protein or fat in it. So in this situation, you need to look at the calories. I would say if it's less than 25 calories of chicken broth, it won't break your fast. If you go above that, you may catch me on another day, say 15 calories, but very negligible numbers of calories won't affect your fast. But protein and fat and carbs really impact your fast. Now, just a carb or two is not going to impact your fast, or just a gram of protein. But I hope that answers that question for you. If it doesn't, you can we'll take a deeper dive into it if need be. Just let me know. Brother Charles is going back through the fast track videos and podcasts. Good job. I hope you found those podcasts that you asked for. There's a lot of good content in those, Brother Charles. Melissa, if I have a chocolate with a meal, how do I journal it? Separate as a snack? Yes, you would want to that. You can have a snack at any time that you need it, but only one, of course. You get up to 3 eating episodes per day, meal or snack. Listen, this is important. Up to 3 eating episodes per day, meal or snack, is how you lose weight the fastest. Now, if we need a 4th eating episode, it has to be an approved snack or a freebie. Does that make sense, everyone? Your fourth eating episode cannot be a meal size portion. It can only be an approved snack or an approved freebie. And you can have those when you need them, but do remember that that slows weight loss a bit. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't have it. What we should do is enjoy our lifestyle. And if you're committed to your lifestyle and you're not going to quit your lifestyle, then if you drive a little slower to your destination, it's no big deal. You still get there. Okay. So enjoy the journey. I know I do. When I'm really feeling motivated, like I can whip a bear with a switch, I'm doing 1 to 2 meals a day. But some days I'm defeated. I feel defeated. I'm never defeated. I may feel it, but in Jesus, I'm never defeated. But on those days I'm just not feeling it, then I still can have a perfect day, but I may have 3 eating episodes, meals, and then I may even have me a little bowl of approved ice cream for a 4th one. Because some days you're not feeling as motivated. Just know you're not moving quite as fast to your destination. Hope that makes sense. On that question about the chicken broth, got a follow-up question there. The chicken broth is from the Shibby store, then it's a high protein chicken broth, and it would break your fast. It's good for you, but that protein will break your fast. Excuse me, just a minute. Sasha's been dealing with COVID, and I think I haven't tested myself yet, but I think I might have it. I feel pretty good considering, though. Bless her heart. Keep praying for her. She's getting through it. All right, let me look up here. We've got Freddie. How do you handle it when your spouse says she supports you but seems to sabotage your efforts? This is prevalent. This is prevalent. This is prevalent. And I would like to say to you how your spouse should be acting and behaving. But that will get us nowhere. You understand what I mean, my friend? I've been in that situation. This is not, I'm just being vulnerable and transparent. I wasn't the best husband. But my first marriage, my first wife and I, we did not really support one another. I guess that's why we're not married anymore. I hope you never go through that, and I'm sure you won't. I'm sure you have a blessed and great marriage. But one of the things I struggled with for years was she didn't have the problem that I had. And when I would try to diet, it would be like if I like to liken it to this. If I had been an alcoholic and I was trying to quit drinking alcohol, she wasn't an alcoholic, so she didn't need to quit drinking. And she exposed me to it all the time, even though I loved it more than she did, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can be dealing with that. It's prevalent. You can be dealing with that when you're trying to lose weight. And I'd love to say what she should do, but it won't get us anywhere. So I'm going to tell you what you can do. You have to take extreme ownership. This is on you. And you have to look at it like she doesn't owe you anything except for love. And her way of showing that love right now is not by necessarily supporting your effort 100%. If she was, maybe she wouldn't be eating stuff you can't have in front of you. But this may be an opportunity that God is using for you to exercise self-discipline muscles and become all that you can be for her and for those around you. She doesn't owe you that. Now, is that right? I don't know if that's the right thought, but that's the thought that got me through. She owes me nothing but love, and the way she shows love is not up to me. And that's the way that my first wife, she didn't want to show love. She didn't want to do the program with me. She didn't have the problem I did. She was much more moderate in her eating behaviors, and she wasn't going to give up her cheesecake or whatever it was just because I had to. So I had to take extreme ownership without bitterness and embrace that this is my burden to bear, my cross to carry, and I'm going to use it as an opportunity to exercise self-discipline and become all that I can be in the Lord for her, for my family, and for myself. So I hope that you can dig deep, Find yourself a very prominent why. What is your reason for doing this? So that when you look at tempting foods, those tempting foods compared to your goal are nothing. The Apostle Paul said when he found Jesus, remember everybody, when the Apostle Paul found Jesus, he counted everything that he had done before then and everything that he had accumulated before then, he counted it as dung because he found Jesus. Brother, when you find yourself, you'll count all those tempting foods, you'll count, it's nothing. That's how I feel now. You can't tempt me with a piece of fried chicken and an Oreo anymore. I got goals because I have so elevated that vision that I want for my life and myself. It's like we all do this every day. It's like food, tempting foods, not good foods. We get healthy foods. We should be focusing on what we can have and not on what we cannot have. It's not like we don't get food. And then you've got your goals. Okay? So you want your goal. How many of you want to look good naked? Raise your hand. If you'll lie about that, you'll lie about anything. We got goals. But there's tempting food. So look at it this way. Until you build up your why, and you want you got to want your goals so bad, no one can stop you. Not even a saboteur can stop you because you want it so bad. And you know how that's going to elevate your life experience. It's better than money, I'm telling you. I'd rather have a healthy body than millions of dollars. So you got to build that up, believe you can achieve it, and go for it with a positive attitude. Attitude determines your altitude. We want our goals. But let's say that on a scale of 1 to 10, we want our goals at a level 8. Y'all stay with me. I'm going to get to some good points thanks to this person. You've got goals, and on a scale of 1 to 10, you want them at a level 8. But that tempting food, that cheesecake or whatever it is, you want it at a level 10. This is the worst situation ever. This is the worst. This is a bloodbath in your mind every day, a bloodbath, because you haven't sold out to your goals. You want them bad, but you also want the tempting foods around you bad. It's like two armies going to war. It's like, well, look, let me ask y'all this. I know y'all have other questions and you're wanting to talk about other things, but help me help this person. I want y'all all to tune in for a minute. So let's play pretend. So this is the same ratio. What if on this side I have 10,000 soldiers, and on this side I have 8,000 soldiers, and they go to war in here, and here's the battlefield. They go to war. Is that going to be a nasty bloodbath, everyone? I promise I'll get to everybody's stuff, but help me help one of our brothers and sisters right now. Come on. Is that going to be a nasty bloodbath? It's going to be awful. How many of you know this is where you've been at as it relates to losing weight and getting healthy? You want it bad, but you want this worse. And in the moment of temptation, instant gratification is winning out over delayed gratification. Bloodbath. You'd be better off to not have any goals and just enjoy the food. Then all you got to deal with is an overweight body that's unhealthy because you don't have any goals. But look at all the fun you're having. You're getting to eat what you want to, when you want to, as much as you want to. You could actually find purpose. There's all kind of purpose in just being an eater. You could become one of them professional eaters. You could start going to restaurants. And people would know you love food too. You're this big old boy, right? You go to a restaurant and say, I'm a taste tester, and then I post blogs and post on social media restaurant reviews. And that'd be great. You'd be sold out to your purpose. I hope y'all are listening. This is for someone. I don't know who it is. You would enjoy your life so much more because you didn't have any goal but to be the best restaurant critic that you could be. And you could become famous. You could have notoriety. and nobody would say anything about your weight. They go, well, after all, he's a restaurant critic. He goes around and eats and gets free. And you got your body. See, there's always a way to find some purpose. But when you say that you want your goals, but you want the food too, it's a bloodbath. What we have to do, y'all, is you've got to get this down to almost nothing. I mean, it's just almost zero. And that's where I got food. Been there, done that. My wife can't tempt me. I got goals. Sasha, I love her. She can't stop me. She's supportive, but she can't stop me. I got goals. I've been there, done that. I want to know that there's more to life than just eating all the freaking time. Excuse my language. There's more to life than just eating. These soulless, inanimate objects, I'm going to let it control me. I'm going to give you this, and I'll move on to the next question. I want everybody to say this out loud. Pain. Pain. Do you want me to tell you what your pain would be minimal, even if you're overweight? The pain that you're dealing with, a lot of the pain that you're dealing with, listen, a lot of the pain that you're dealing with is the pain, that pain of regret and that pain of not surrendering. You won't surrender. You won't surrender to a set of ideals. That's what's causing your pain. You know how you make something greater in your life? Like if you got a pain, if I've got back pain and I focus on the pain, it hurts worse. Y'all are focused. So many people are focusing every single day on how do I get out of doing what I need to do? How do I find a shortcut? How do I make... Listen, when you get your heart right, they can't nothing stop you. And then the pain minimizes because you're sold out. We intensify the pain we're in by not submitting and surrendering to our daily disciplines. If you would just surrender, this is who I am, this is what I'm going to do. And quit renegotiating it every day. Every single day, how many of us renegotiate it and we get in a state of FOMO, fear of missing out? Oh my gosh, we act like we're on our, let me show you hypothetically how it works. We're on our program, we're doing good, and it's Sunday after church, and you're like, we're going home, so I'm not tempted. That is bull crap. You're not going to go home anyway. And then the church people go, y'all want to go over there to the El Nepal? And you're like, I can't, I'm on a diet. It's such bull crap. You're never going to be successful. You're scared to go in a restaurant because you don't have the wherewithal or the self-discipline to deny yourself for just a little bit. Yeah, we're acting like we're Esau. Does anybody know the story of Esau? He said, brother, I'm going to die if I don't get something to eat. He wasn't going to die. He could have waited a little longer. Brother, I'm going to die. And Jacob said, well, if you'll sell me your birthright, I'll give you something to eat. He sold his birthright for some beans. And we do it all the time. We're doing good, making progress, and we're so afraid to be tempted because we don't have any self-confidence that we can overcome. And then we go to the El Nepal, and you want some chips, and your spouse or your friends, they say, you want some chips? You go, I can't. Wrong answer. As soon as you say I can't, you're starting the process of sabotage because anything you say I can't have, you're going to do it anyway. You're going to want it worse. I can have it. I can have anything I want. I'm a grown man and I'm in Christ and I've got freedom and I've got liberty, but I don't want it. I got goals. I don't want it. And then they go, come on now, come on. Are you on that diet? And then they pick up that chip. And you're saying, I can't have chips. I can't have chips. It causes a fat bus. Can't have chips. It causes a fat bus. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm going to die. I may never get to eat out at the Mexican restaurant again. Oh no, I can't do it. Can't do it. It'll take 2 days to get back in the fish and my birthday. And then they go, are you sure you don't want? It's like slow motion. You're hyper focused on it, like this episode's never going to go away. You break out, my bald head breaks out in cold sweat as they go, they're mocking you. They're mocking you. The devil's laughing at you. Do you want one that all you're on your diet or you? And you go, give me that chip. I may die before I ever get to break bread with these brothers and sisters again. I'm not going to deny myself. And this process, it goes over and over again, like food is the only thing you got. You're talking about a piece of starch that's got a fried starch with salt on it. Fried starch with salt on it is taking your life from you. Are you freaking kidding me, people? I love y'all. I've been there. If you're going to be a foodie or an eatie, sell out to it and be the best one you can. One of my favorite gurus, Sadhguru. Y'all ever heard of Sadhguru? I'm going to get to it. Y'all bear with me. Y'all ever heard of Sadhguru? One of my favorite gurus. I love to hear Sadhguru talk. It means dumb guru. He's not dumb, though. He's very wise. I love Sadhguru. Sadhguru talks about karma. Y'all have heard of that. In the church, we call it reaping and sowing. If you sow the winds, you'll reap the whirlwind. And in these other religions, they call it karma. Your karma. I like that. I like the karma thing. The Bible will preach that. But let me tell you what Sadhguru says. Karma is not doing something bad and getting something bad. Boy, this is going to hit somebody. Let me know that y'all are with this. I feel the Holy Spirit. Let me know somebody's listening to me, because this is going to get somebody. Get ready. Somebody absorb this one. I hope you get this one. Sadhguru's the real deal. Us Westerners, we talk about karma and we don't know what we're talking about. Sadhguru said the karma is not doing something like if you go rob a bank, that's coming back and going to get you. That's not what karma is. That's not karma. Karma is if you are a thief, then be a good one, or bad karma is going to get you. In other words, if you believe you ought to be a thief, you ought to be a good one and be the best at it you can be. But if you don't believe that you should be a thief and you are a thief, bad karma is going to get you. Does that make sense? Think about what I'm saying. How does that relate to this? Let me ask y'all here right now. Do y'all think y'all ought to be, let me ask you, do y'all think that y'all's life ought to be about food all day to the point that you're 30 pounds or more overweight? Do you think that that's what life should be about? If you do, be good at eating. Be a professional eater. But otherwise, you're going to deal with bad karma. How many of you believe that you should enjoy foods that grow from the ground and roam the earth in the right food combination 2 to 3 times a day, be a moderate eater and worship God all day and show forth praise by being a self-disciplined person? How many of you think you should do that? By you not doing that, by you not being the best that you can be, you all are dealing with bad karma. Now, we all deal with good and bad karma. Don't get me wrong. You've also done a lot of good things with your life. But if you don't believe that you should be an overweight, obese, undisciplined, instant gratification type of person, then you shouldn't be it, or you're going to deal with bad mojo every day, bad karma, bad karma. If you want good karma, if I believe that I should be a weight loss coach, I ought to be the best one I can be. Does that make sense? Or I'm going to get bad karma. Let me throw this at you. Our company, back last year, after years of fighting it, I said, we're going to do it for free. Most of the people that love me said, y'all going to go bankrupt. Y'all have already struggled trying to keep this thing afloat. Y'all going to go bankrupt. But I had bad karma in my life because I believed that God wanted me to offer it for free, and I wasn't doing that. Do y'all follow me? Now I've got good karma because I did what I was supposed to do. Whether it was a good decision or bad decision doesn't matter. I believed I ought to do it. Therefore, I'm going to attract good energy into my life either now or later. May not be now, may be later. I may have to be patient. Same thing for you. If you don't patiently sit through and stand firm when you're being tempted and you believe you should have, you're going to keep dealing with bad energy. I hope that helps somebody. Whatever you're going to do, be good at it. If you believe you should be a glutton, be a good one. Be praying for y'all. And I believe it was Freddie. God bless you, Freddie. I feel for you. I've been there. Private comment and or question. I have a poor appetite. It's a challenge to even think of food, be it egg whites, veggies, any of that stuff. I struggle to make it up. I'd rather just not eat, but drink a protein shake and water or an approved sandwich. I just keep moving, but by evening, I'm hangry. Because of this, it's hard to stay consistent. I'm in maintenance, but still suggestions. Well, see, I guess we kind of get back into the Sadhguru philosophies because you've got an advantage. So what you're looking at is the disadvantage of a poor appetite. You can, from what I'm reading, you correct me if I'm wrong, you just kind of said, see if everybody can help me counsel this person. Did it sound like to y'all that this person they have this attitude? I can take food or leave it. Did y'all all hear that too? Or is it just me misinterpreting? Did y'all kind of hear this person say, I can take it or leave it? That's how I heard that. How many of you are thinking that don't sound like a problem? Are you with me? That don't sound like a problem. But that's how our perceptions, our reality. That sounds like an advantage. That's actually where I've been trying to get to my whole life, and I'm just now there. Next problem. But the way I'm interpreting it, now I can take food or leave it. Is there anything wrong with having an approved protein shake that controls insulin early in the day? Nothing wrong with that. Is there a problem early in the day just eating an approved sandwich? As long as it's approved, no. You're controlling insulin. Got to control insulin. There's the practicality aspect too. No problem here. If your foods are approved, it's an advantage that you can take food or leave it. Now, what may be happening is, I don't know. I'm talking to the whole group, not just this person. You may have a laissez-faire attitude about life. You may not have anything that gets you up in the morning and gets you excited. We got to find that. See, a lot of the people here, their problem is they love food and it gets them excited. Am I telling the truth? It's arousing. I hate to be an adult. Last time I said this, I got in trouble. There's probably kids here, so I can't say it. I lost one of our best Christian members the last time I said this. Y'all don't want me to say it, do you? Somebody tell me, please don't say it, Travis. Please don't. Somebody stop me. Tell me to stop before I get in trouble. Thank you, Patricia. So I'll put it this way. I can't say it. I'll get in trouble. I'm going to go with Patricia. She's wise. It's almost arousing to people to think about food all day. It's the thing. It's the juice in their life. Therefore, they have an addiction to it and a compulsion to eat it, and they're overweight and they're unhealthy. You follow me? But this person is like, I can take food or leave it. So you have an advantage. Now, what happens is at night, you're saying you get hangry. If you've only had one meal earlier in the day and it's time to eat in the evening, why would we be hangry? I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm wondering, why would you get hangry? You're allowed to eat. You just said, food, I can take it or leave it. So if we focus when we're hungry, this is a good sign. Our physical body saying, you have fasted long enough. We need to eat and get some sustenance, and then eat your favorite meal, even though you're not hung up on it and you can take it or leave it. There's no need to be hangry. See, it's perspective. It's vantage point. It's your vantage point. And your vantage point, you've taken that beautiful thing that you've got, this discipline that some of us don't have, and you've turned it into, this is a challenge. We all do that. I'm not picking on this person. We all do this. We all do it. the things that are to our benefit, we figure out how to worry about it and make it something that's a detriment. It's this self-abuse, self-sabotage mentality. We're not good enough. We're wretched. We're miserable. We're awful. Even the things that we've got going for us, we figure out a way that that's not going for us. That's really working against us too. There's a bright side somewhere. There's a bright side here, if I'm interpreting it right. Now, I don't know if there's some underlying issue that food's causing you to feel sick, and that's a whole different matter. But again, it says, I struggle to make it up. I just rather not eat. But by the evening, I get hangry. So I suspect that, and you're in maintenance too. Did I read that right? Yeah, in maintenance. This is beautiful. You're exactly where we all want to get. But it's part of the human condition that we look for a downside somewhere. This is a reason to get up, get happy, and find something else in life that gives energy and juice. I hope I'm helping and not hindering. But thank you for that, the comment question, because I see this all the time. I do it too. My wife will tell you, I've had to work so hard because the glass is always half empty. And she's really worked with me on seeing the glass half full. So, hope that helps. Any other questions? Did I miss anything? Thank you, Patricia Hurt, for stopping me. I'm so glad that I stopped myself. When in doubt, keep your mouth shut. You're welcome. You're welcome. I don't know how much help that was, but I hope that it was. Anyone else, any other questions? Please come with it. I want to help, be a help. Food combinations, website, meal ideas, what will keep you moving forward? Thank you, Marcella. Thank you, Brandy, on Facebook. Appreciate y'all. When can you start eating fruit? Anytime. First day. Long as you know how to eat it. What are we trying to do when we eat fruit? What's our number one objective? When we eat fruit, we want to control what? We want to control insulin. And we teach you how to do that. When you have fruit sugar, fructose that comes in fruit, we've got to control that blood sugar impact and therefore control the insulin with proper food combining. So as long as you have it with a 1 and a 2 on a portion plate or a 7 and 2 on a portion plate, you're going to be fine. How I do that, let's pretend. Let's say that, I did it the other night, just recently. I had shrimp cooked in MCT oil, grilled, and then some MCT oil slathered on it. I had shrimp and I had squash. Shrimp and squash, that's a 7 and a 2. And then for dessert, I had a cup of berries with some fat-free Cool Whip. Ate them right after so that they're in there with the protein in my stomach with the protein and the fiber. And then I had it like a dessert, 7 plus 2 plus 5. Now, when you get into maintenance, we can have fruit by itself as a snack. So when we get into maintenance, we can have fruit by itself as a snack. And as soon as you know how to do that and you have your wits about you and you understand the pros and the cons, you can have fruit. Christine, does the phone app show the same as what is on the website? Will they sync? They do. It's a journal app. It's not the full website. The app would be so slow, we can't take all the content from the website and put it on the app. But almost everything that's in the food library will sync up with the app. The app was meant to be a convenient way to journal. The website is so huge that it takes time sometimes if you don't have a good phone signal to find something. Now, the website is mobile friendly. You don't even need an app. You don't need an app, but we did it anyway. And you've got that app and it will sync with the website. So you can journal with that app and it will sync to the website journal. If you're having any trouble with that, our team will be glad to get on the horn with you and do some tech support and see how we can get that remedied if you're having a problem getting it to sync. Is it okay to use MCT to cook category 2 veggies as long as having it with a 1 or 7? It is. It is indeed. Thank you, Bernice. Very kind of you. Glory to God. Appreciate you. I always have appreciated you, Bernice. Wish we had more members like you. You're a great person. Thank you for all you do. Amy, first planned holiday yesterday for the first time in a while with my visiting parents, and I had a steak burger, onion rings, and sweet tea in a blizzard. I hope you didn't have any guilt and regret, but I know what's coming next. I have felt awful ever since, physically and mentally. Don't emotionally. You earned it. But yes, physically, it's good that we feel that so that we'll do that less and less frequently. I'm so glad that you journaled it. That's the way you do. She says, I journaled it so that I remember how it made me feel and not do that again. God bless you. And that's how I do it as well. And I've been able to continue down a path of moderation and eliminating those triggers. They never make it better in the long run. Observations. Kimberly, you can do that. Strawberries cut up on a Roman lettuce salad with chicken breast. That's a 1, 2, and 5. Now, if you only used a smidge, you could call it a 1, 2, and condiment. What's the difference? Here's the difference. A 1 + 2 + condiment is red and yellow column. A 1 + 2 + 5, a full portion of fruits in the blue column. But either way, you did great. Did fantastic. Patricia says, I spray my steamed veggies with MCT and use spice and seasoning. Great job, Patricia. What's the portion of fruit when you're not in maintenance? Is it a handful? That's about right. A palmful to a handful. About a half a cup of fruit combined with a 1 and 2 or 7 and 2 is ideal. Now with carbohydrate, starchy carbs, they have less water in them, so it's a 1/4 cup. Category 3 is best at a 1/4 cup for weight loss, fruit a half a cup for weight loss. Thank you, Amy. Can the app look up the UPC code on foods in the grocery store? It cannot. Well, we would love to do that, but we have to be better funded and financed, and we're just not there yet. But if you'll pray for us and pray that we would find partners, maybe one day we can do that. But right now, we can't do that. There's a search engine, and you have to type in the keyword to find if it's in the app or not. Why are people offended by truth? I know there are ways to speak truth, but we shouldn't be offended. Tell me about it. I have found that I can say just something a little off, and people are done with me, but that's called pedestalizing a person. When I slip and I'm human, and you get that mad at me that all the good that I did was negated because I said a word that was maybe not quite politically correct, not even a dirty word, and you're done with me, then wow, I'm human. I think it says more about the person than it does me, actually. I give people room to mess up. I hope y'all do too. I give people room to disagree with me, to live life differently than me, and not a lot of people don't feel that's right. They feel you ought to be hard on folks. Okay, that's all right. That's fine with me. I just don't want to live that way. Hey, Bobby, just tuned in. Any updates on Happy Juice? No. I'm trying to get there. Every time I turn around, it's a new issue at home or at work, though. I'm trying to get there. It's soon, though. I promise if I live long enough, it's soon. We'll have to have a whole class. I got about 50 people want Happy Juice, and Charles Grant's probably going to buy every bit of it I got, and nobody else will get any. But he might share it. Hey, my sweet friend Jet Above. Are combinations the same for maintenance other than fruit as a snack? Yeah, they're the same. We should always be eating. I could come up with some more combinations, but I really come up with as many as I did just to show the variety, and it's really a good, better, best scenario. But yeah, that's it. We never want, when it's not a holiday, to provoke a significant insulin response. if we make the maintenance program any more liberal than it already is, we're back to our old eating lifestyle, if that makes sense. We already get 12 holidays in maintenance, and we get fruit by itself, and to get a bigger portion of fruit and carbs. So if we make it any more liberal, then it would just be our old eating lifestyle, because it's very liberal now. Maintenance is. Hey, Marjorie. And I owe Jetabo an apology. I don't know if I ever told you, but I have like 7 or 8 accounts, and I was journaling the end of our challenge in the wrong account. I'm sorry, but you kicked my butt anyway. I have test accounts. I lose track of who I am and where I'm at some days. Anyone else? Any other questions or comments? Tom Brown, my friend, Tom Brown, shouldn't say old Tom Brown. Tom Brown saved my life many years ago, more ways than one, probably more ways than he even knows that he saved my life. Love you, brother Tom. Good to see you flash up on my screen. What is happy juice? It's a secret. It's a juice that makes Travis happy. That's not for everyone else. It has some addictive potential and properties. And I debated within myself for months as to whether I was going to share it or not. And I finally decided I would share it, because people are taking things a lot worse that's hurting them. And it has the potential to really help people with appetite control in a really alarming way. It's not. I've taken a lot of appetite control suppressants, tried different stuff, and they control my appetite through blah, But Happy Juice makes you feel awesome, and you just don't want to eat, but it's not because you feel bad. It's just awesome. Gives you a lot of energy. But I will not. Some of you are going to be very disappointed when you find out the ingredients in Happy Juice. I've made it sound like a much bigger deal than it probably is, but I'm not going to put my name to it until people go through a course and understand the addictive potential. And then if they ever want to come off of it, how they need to come off of it so that it doesn't make life miserable. So anyway, there you go. We'll have a course on it during our grand opening. Where people can go through the course and then go, okay, I'll give that a try. Some people aren't going to like it, but it's been extremely helpful to myself and to Sasha. We have an immense, what we consider an immense load, and it's really helped us with our stress, with our enthusiasm and joy and appetite control. And it's helped both of us get in actually the best shape that we've ever been in. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, everybody. How do you increase your calorie intake? It's best to take your new maintenance weight times 10. That we could be precise if I could do body fat analysis on you, but me being in Florida and you being in Rockmart, I can't. We can't do a pinpointed body fat assessment. So I just tell you to go with a general number. Your maintenance times 10. And the best way to get those calories up so that you can stop losing weight. Now, again, if you're not losing weight, you don't need to increase your calories. You've already found maintenance. There's no maintenance is just, that means you've made it. Let's go back and remember what we were doing. We all started eating for the size we wanted to be, not the size we are. So when I was 300 pounds, I had to eat like a 200-pound man to become a 200-pound man. But when I became a 200-pound man, why would I increase my calories? I ate, and now if I wanted to be 200 and I got to 200 and I'm still losing weight at an alarming rate, then I need to increase my calories. Am I making sense so far? So your maintenance is not magical. You actually found maintenance. So if you were barely losing any weight, you might ought to keep things where you had it. And then have the fruit by itself occasionally, things like we've discussed, more holidays, and make sure your weight doesn't start ballooning up again. This is why you see so much relapse in our weight loss community and in other communities. There's nothing magical. You have to keep working hard. You just get a few more liberties. That's what I found in my journey. Now, if you're saying I'm still losing weight, and if I'm eating a controlled portion, I'm going to have a hard time getting those calories up unless I increase my number of eating episodes. I would first start with adding more fat to the right portion. That would be what I would do first. But I'm very confident you're not going to start losing weight. You're not going to lose weight rapidly if you have fruit by itself and you increase your number of holidays. That's the best way to go about it. But if you're very disciplined and strict and you're not increasing your holidays, you may want to add an extra bowl of something to your portions 3 times a day. I do that with my 1 meal a day strategy. But I'm confident that you're not going to keep losing weight because I'm eating 1 to 2 meals a day and I don't lose weight anymore. I'm only eating 1 to 2 times a day and I don't lose weight anymore. But I do take more holidays. So, instead of having just this portion, if I'm having 1 meal a day, I'll have this portion. I'll have this and this. And I'm not losing weight. And I'm a big boy, bone structure wise, et cetera. But now, Jitterbug, if you keep losing weight, we need to stop it because you've got pretty lean. So let's talk if you keep losing weight as you start trying to find your maintenance, your maintenance. Maintenance got to be much more personalized than the weight loss phase of our program. Karen makes a good comment. I'm in maintenance and usually have 4 eating episodes a day and still lost 7 pounds since goal. And actually, what we want to do when we find goal is get a little under that, because how many of you know when your weight goes up and if you go over your original goal, you get very discouraged. So staying under your original goal by 5 or 6 pounds is really a healthy approach. That way, when you take a few days off, you put on weight up to your original goal anyway. It's very liberating. Can snacking on nuts at any time cause a problem with weight loss? No. The only time that we have a problem with weight loss is when we end our day in a calorie surplus or we didn't control insulin. So the nuts aren't hurting. Lima beans aren't hurting. Nothing's hurting unless we end in a calorie surplus. Now, sometimes we can perceive that we hurt something because we had some lima beans and we held on to a little water and starch for a little season, for 12 hours or so. If you're watching the scales, if I drink this quart of water, my weight's going to be up 2.2 pounds when I get done drinking the water. So, until I pee the water out. So all food works that way. But no, the nuts are a category 6 superfood. And as long as we're not ending our day in a calorie surplus or with a huge insulin spike, then they're not hurting. There would be something else that would be hurting us. Now, I don't like to see people graze, though. That's a habit we need to break. Even if I end the day, I don't know if this will make sense. Even if I end the day at the same calories, I'd rather eat a handful of nuts at one time as opposed to graze on them all day. Do you know why? It's the same calories. Neither one cause a huge insulin spike. My 1 handful of nuts is an approved snack. If I graze on that handful of nuts all day, that's an approved snack. But why would I not want to graze on them all day? Because then I'm not breaking the habit of grazing, and next time I graze, it won't be nuts. Does that make sense? Thank you. Charles says behavior. Exactly. As long as we keep, even if we're grazing on salad, we're still grazing, and there'll be that day that it's not salad we grazed on. Developing the constitution that says I eat and I'm done is the right constitution. It's the right ethos. Grazing, in my estimation, is the worst thing. It's the worst thing for the people I speak to every day. If I could cut out one thing, it'd be grazing. Even if you were eating horrible foods, but you were eating breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, dinner for the Holy Spirit, you ate and stopped. I'd be much happier than if you were grazing on good foods all day, because you will end up grazing on the wrong thing. Grazing is a habit that has to go. And I guess, Joni, you see Mary on Facebook needing more information. Brandy, the worm did not get eaten. That sister tapped out. She's a friend of mine. I love her. I'm not giving her a hard time. She didn't have to eat the worm because she tapped out before the last day. Don't ask, y'all. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, don't even ask. Any other questions before I go for today? Yeah, I don't graze. I'm not going to. That like to killed me. It's for me a minimum of a 12-hour fast. I'm happiest when I do 16 to 18 and I eat and I stop. Then move on to something better. Thank you, Patricia. Love you, sis. Hey, Tammy Cornett, good to have you. Missed you too. Anybody before we go? Okay, no, last private question. What if I feel I need more fiber, like psyllium husk? I have psyllium husk. I prefer the Thorn fiber blend or the Advocare fiber blend. I use this, the fiber supplement. It's the perfect ratio of insoluble to soluble fiber. One time a day, this is an extra. And then there's the Thorn fiber mend. I think it's called Fiber Mend that I keep in there, and I have that too. So Thorn or Advocare are the ones I recommend. And if you have questions about that, since we're about to leave for today until tomorrow, you can email me at travisjack777@gmail.com. travisjack777@gmail.com if you have questions about Advocare fiber packs or Thorn fiber mend, I believe it's called. I'm a supplement junkie. Anybody else? Any other thing? Hearts and minds clear? Thank y'all. Appreciate all your kindness. Always kind to me. We appreciate it. Don't forget, we need partners. Pray about it. We're praying about it. If you can afford $5 a month or more, it will help us get healthy. We've got a long way to go. We're trying to figure it out. I'm not going anywhere, but even if I'm just having to do this on the side, I love giving it a full-time effort, but we got some challenges beyond that. We need partners, and then we get Shibboleth healthy. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. This is our life, and we want Shibboleth to become a very special, meaningful program in your life, and that requires money. So we are looking for partners at $5 a month or more. You can go to www.helpshibboleth.com, www.helpshibboleth.com if you believe in our mission and ministry and want to be a part of it. Greta says, sneaking back to the habit of eating being my go-to thing when I need a break. Yeah, it's such a pleasure to eat. You know, it's just a pleasure. We just have to find other pleasures. Thank you, Greta, Sheila. Thank you, everybody. Lord willing, we'll be with y'all again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Thank you, Stacy, for considering being a partner. You will get partner perks. Y'all got several partner perks coming during re-grand opening. So we're excited about re-grand opening on July we'll announce it on the 8th, and then we'll start the Top Gun Challenge on the 11th. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.